Hello, this presentation is covering the methods researchers use to capture axolotls in their unique ecosystem and on what makes some of these methods better than others. Let's dive into it.
Despite their growing popularity in research labs and pet tanks, wild axolotls are actually critically endangered, found only in the remnants of the ancient lake basins surrounding Mexico City. Their numbers have dropped drastically due to habitat loss, pollution, and invasive species. Most recent estimates project the population to be between 50 and 1,000 individuals.
Ecologically, axolotls play a key role as the top predator in their native habitat and help maintain balance in the aquatic food web. They are also an indicator species, which give insights into the overall health of an ecosystem. Culturally, axolotls are deeply rooted in Mexican identity. In Aztec mythology, they were believed to be the form taken by the god Axolot, who transformed into an axolotl to avoid sacrifice. Even today, they are honored in Mexican art, folklore, and even featured on the 50 peso banknote. Scientifically, axolotls are a key species in medical research with their ability to regenerate body parts and their resistance to most cancers.
In a 2009 survey, Contreras et al. Only captured 23 individuals out of 1,821 cast net throws, a capture success rate just barely over 1%. In order to adequately protect wild axolotls, we need to be able to effectively capture individuals in order to make better population estimates. This can be tricky as axolotls are mostly active at night, living in very murky, densely vegetated aquatic environments.
We will evaluate methods based on their effectiveness and safety in regard to the animal, ecosystem, and the technician.
Cast nets have been the most common method used to capture axolotls, which is a method of tossing a round, weighted net into the water to capture animals below. However, cast nets are most effective in shallow water with limited obstructions, and axolotls live in relatively narrow canals hiding in thick vegetation. Cast nets would only be able to capture things swimming in the open water in the center of the canal, which is not common behavior for axolotls. While ineffective for the animal and the ecosystem, cast nets are effective for technician use. They are cost-effective, do not require a high level of technical skill, and are easy for technicians to repeat over numerous survey sites. Cast nets are certainly safe for the technician, but they do have the potential to damage the dense vegetation critical to the life cycle of axolotls.
Hand capture is a popular method for capturing amphibians, which usually involves visually searching the area and grabbing an individual scene. This method is often used for hellbenders, a species similar to axolotls as fully aquatic salamanders that are native to the Appalachian Mountains of the eastern United States. Hand capture is a cost-effective and doesn't require a significant amount of training. However, hellbenders are larger than axolotls and live in much clearer, shallow water with minimal vegetation. Because of this, hand capture would not be effective as axolotls in canals would be much harder to spot. Hand capture would also be unsafe for the axolotls as handling them can induce stress and transfer disease. For their ecosystem, as moving in and out can damage vegetation and introduce pollutants, and for the technicians, because navigating deep, murky, poor quality water can put them at risk.
Our recommended method is funnel traps, traps with inverted funnels that make it easy for the animal to swim in, but not out. Funnel traps have minimal impact on the ecosystem and work with axolotl behavior, allowing for trapping overnight when they are most active and encouraging their typical hiding behavior. Funnel traps have been used for surveys on related species, such as the achoques in Lake Pátzcuaro seen here. For technicians, they are cost and time effective. A number of traps can be placed along canals, making them easy to use over numerous surveys. They require less energy and training than throwing cast nets, and the equipment is not incredibly expensive. Funnel traps do have the potential to be unsafe for axolotls, from either the bycatch of invasive predators like carp and tilapia, or even from each other, as axolotls cannibalize, so a large adult may eat other juveniles in the trap. However, compared to previously described methods, funnel traps are minimally invasive and make them safe for the ecosystem. Traps can be dedicated to specific sites to reduce risk of pathogen transfer between them. Of the 3 methods, funnel traps reduce total animal handling time, making it the least stressful option for axolotls.
We just want to take a moment to thank our sources and the academic literature we referenced in this presentation, as well as these video resources we used. And also thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, ask below in the comments and we will do our best to reply.